Welcome to Mission 3, Lesson 29. Today our objective or goal is I can observe cups of water of equal volume poured into a variety of containers that are different shapes. So today for this lesson, you're going to need this template right here. If your teacher did not provide it for you or you do not have it at your house, have no fear. Find an adult at your home and they can make this for you. They simply have to have a piece of paper and draw 4 rectangles on it. So go ahead and pause your video while you gather your supplies for today's lesson. You either need this template or a piece of paper with 4 rectangles on it, and you most certainly need a pencil and your thinking cap. So today we're going to continue working on capacity. I have a cup of water, and here on my video, it might not be so easy to see. I know you can see it a little bit, but to make sure you can see it really well, I am going to add some food coloring to it. The video calls for red, but since it's Christmas right now, I was fresh out of red. So we're going to use pink, and we're going to make sure we follow directions because it says to add 2 drops of food coloring. So watch what my water does as I add the food coloring. Oops, I think I accidentally poured 3. Look at that. It almost does look red. I'm going to stir it up a little bit so we can make sure you can see it really well. There we go. So look at my cup right now. Is it full? Not quite. Look at the top up here, and then look where the water is. I said it was going to be pink. It's almost red. So go ahead and draw a picture of my cup on your recording sheet. So draw a picture of a cup and then put a line where you think the water should be on your recording sheet. Go ahead and pause the video while you do that. So was my cup full? No, it wasn't, right? My cup is a long way from full. So on your recording sheet, you should have a picture of a cup drawn, not all the way full of liquid. It's not even halfway there, is it? So we started talking about capacity in earlier lessons, and capacity is how much something can hold. Could this cup hold more liquid than this? It absolutely could, couldn't it? So we're going to try to put the same amount of liquid in different containers and see how that changes. I'm going to take the same amount of water that I have right here, and I'm going to pour it into this bowl. What do you think will happen when I pour this water into this bowl? Go ahead and pause the video and discuss that question with your learning partner. What do you think will happen when I pour this liquid, this water, into this bowl? Now, I want you to watch carefully as I pour this same liquid. Remember, I didn't change the amount into this bowl. What happened to it? Did I change the amount of the liquid that I poured in there? Did I add some? Did I take some away? No. Does it still look the same? Why do you think it looks different? Go ahead and discuss those questions with your learning partner at home. I'm going to do that transfer again so you can watch it. Same amount of liquid. Look at it in this cup. Now I'm pouring it into this bowl. Okay, so discuss with your learning partner. Did I change the amount? Does it look the same? And why do you think it looks different? So let's discuss those questions. Did I change the amount of water when I moved it from my cup to my bowl? No, you watched me do that. So it's the same amount of water. But does it still look the same? It doesn't, does it? It's wider around. See how much bigger around this bowl is? It's a little flatter, some of you probably said. Why do you think it looks different? You're right, because I changed the shape of the container. This container is a little skinnier and taller, and this one's a little wider and almost a little more flat. So the bowl and the cup have different capacities. They're different shapes. They're different heights. They're different widths. One's wide, one's skinny, one's taller, one's shorter. the bowl holds more water than that cup does. So on your sheet, you should have already drawn the liquid in the cup. Now, I'm going to hold up my bowl, and I want you to draw a picture of my bowl on your capacity museum. So draw a picture of my bowl and show how it's different than the cup. Now, while you were drawing that, I filled my measuring cup with some new water. Now I'm going to put 2 drops of blue food coloring in it so that you can see it better. And I also want you to be thinking of a place on your recording sheet where you want to draw our measuring cup with, oh, let me let you see this. This is cool. Look at that. Isn't that neat? A little science lesson here too is it's a little mixture. Okay, now that we have it good and blue, you can really see that. Look at it. It's neat. All right. Go ahead and find a place on your recording sheet to draw your blue liquid in the cup. Pause the video while you do that so you can see the cup I'm holding up and draw that on your recording sheet. Now, I'm going to carefully pour this blue liquid into this vase. Look at the size of the vase. Look at the size of the cup. And think about what that'll look like. Think about if I'm changing the amount of water, because look, you're watching me pour it. Am I changing the amount of water? I'm not, am I? So I didn't change the amount of water, but it looks very different in this container. So it doesn't look the same. Why do you think the water looks different in my vase than it does in this container? We'll do that transfer one more time. Here's the water in the cup that you just looked at. Does it look the same when it goes into the container? And we said it didn't look the same, but discuss with your learning partner why it looks different. Some of you may have said it looks different because they're different shapes. And that's right, because water takes the shape of its container. So the water looks different in here because this is a more narrow container. It's skinny, as most of you would say. And this is a very wide container. So this one's very skinny, skinny mini, and this one's a little wide. So the shape of the water seemed to change. So let's look. The cup and the vase, they do have the same capacity. They'll hold the same amount. But they're a very different shape. So go ahead and draw the water that's in the vase on one of the frames on your sheet. And it should be your last frame to fill up. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I had fun working with the water and the food coloring, but aside from the fun, the point of the lesson was to show you that water does take the shape of its container and to look at the different capacities of different containers. This measuring cup has a far greater capacity than this tiny bowl because it can hold more. This vase and the cup have the same capacity. It can hold the same amount. So capacity is how much something can hold. I hope you have a great day.